Well, let's face it, we live in a busy world, right? It can be hard to stay happy and healthy. Adita Lang is here with some help. She has a book with superpowers in it. We want to know what all of this is about. First, show us the beautiful book that you just published. That's really cool, Superpowers. So talk to us. You say there are 4 pillars of our health. What are they?
So to make yourself truly healthy, it's a combination of your exercise and movement, your food and nutrition, sleep and relaxation, and happiness. And combined, they make you healthy. So like when you look at the gym and you have that person that looks just so fierce, but if they're not sleeping and they're cranky, they're not a healthy individual.
No.
And so my whole thing is about combining those 4 things. And at the same time, this book is dedicated to all of those busy moms that I know and all my friends that are just like multitaskers and corporate executives, and they have all this stuff going on, and trying to teach them how fitness and health and wellness can be easy.
Wow.
You just have to slip it in.
Okay. So you see there's some quick tips we can use to actually implement these. So give us some quick tips.
Okay, quick tips. One is that sugar is no longer just sugar. It's sugar, flour, dairy, and alcohol. And so ideally you want 0 to 1 of those per meal and snack. And so you got to make a choice. If you want to have coffee, cream, and sugar for breakfast, great, but don't have it with toast and jam.
Yeah.
Have it with eggs and avocado. So you make your choice as to which sugar you want to have, as opposed to having like a whole full load of sugar. That to me is the biggest thing, because that'll slow you down. The more sugar you put in, the more tired you're going to be, the more mental fogginess you're going to have. And if we're multitaskers, we can't afford to have that.
No.
So that would be my first and foremost.
Okay.
Then when it comes to activity, the American College of Sports Medicine came out and said you need 150 to 300 minutes of activity, but it doesn't have to be consecutive. So that just means move more, walk further to your car, go up the stairs, try to just throw it in wherever you can. I have clients of mine that now start their day with push-ups and sit-ups.
Yeah.
And then they brush their teeth, and then they do their thing, and then later on they do a little walk here, or they park further along, and at the end of the week, the minutes add up. So that's a big thing. The next part would be more on the sleep and relaxation aspect of it. When you wake up in the morning, you should wake up going, okay, it's time to get up. Not like, oh my God, a crowbar, please pull me out of bed. You don't want that, because then that means you're not getting sufficient sleep. We have these things called sleep cycles. They're about 75 minutes. You want a good 6 sleep cycles in there. And for all these people that have Fitbits out there, I want you to know you can look at and you can see your sleep cycles and figure out what's not happening. Your room should be colder than normal. It should be pitch dark. Every little tiny LED light really needs to get covered.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thing to that, but I know we don't have a lot of time. But you know, all those little things tend to count. So we need to implement that. And then the last piece of it is the happiness piece. And you gotta laugh. You know, they say that kids laugh about 400 times a day and adults only 15.
What? That is terrible breaking news right there.
I know.
Oh.
Life is way too short for that. So we've got to learn to kind of hang out with our fun friends and have a cup of tea once in a while and all that kind of stuff.
And I mean, we are multitaskers. And how do you carve out a little extra time for yourself? I mean, people are having a hard time just, you know, getting things done. So taking that time for sit-ups for a few minutes, that's important.
That's really important. And you know, sometimes I do a thing called Relaxation Rituals, and that's a book. You get a notebook, and on every page of the notebook you write something that you love doing. Mine says have a cup of tea, read a book, do some beading, you know, these random things that I love doing. And then when I just have even 5 minutes, or maybe I feel overwhelmed, I just take the book. It doesn't matter how much time I have. I take the book, I open it, whatever it opens to, I use whatever time I have. If it's 3 minutes, it's 3 minutes, and I sit and I do that, and that's like a mental reset. And then you can go on with your day without all the angst that you had before that little mental reset.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Pushing those little buttons, you know, and we're talking about multitaskers. Women are always called multitaskers. That's not always entirely true. This works for men as well?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It really does. You know, it's about combining those 4 elements, because that's what health is all about. And here it is, you know, even with men, they like to work and they like to make all this money, but if they're not truly healthy, how are they going to enjoy it?
Yeah, take care of yourself. Show us your book cover one more time, those superpowers. All right, thanks so much for that information. Great stuff. Hey, Alana.
Thank you.